Okay, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
May I know what's your name, please?
My name is Tanya
Tanya, your last name?
Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Was Ramirez, and then now it's Bogacha,
Oh, mashallah. And where are you from?
Mexico.
Mashallah. And how long have you been Muslim?
4 years. About 4
years.
years, four. Yeah,
Mashallah.
4.
And what were you before you became Muslim?
I was Catholic.
You were Catholic. Can you tell us a little bit like the stages that you went through before you become Muslim, or how did you start knowing about Islam?
Well, I started knowing about Islam because of this soap opera that I saw, and it kind of opened the door for me to
opera that it
soap
comes
opera.
on the.
It came. It was.
Wow.
It was. Yeah. It was.
Okay.
It was a little bit about Muslims. It's weird. It's not Arabic. It's.
Yeah, I know.
It's from Brazil.
It's American show. Everyone knows.
It's from Brazil, actually, and it was translated into Spanish.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so they had part of the soap opera was about this Muslim family, which was actually a Moroccan family, and he gave a little bit of information about the Muslim way of life, and I thought that was interesting, and I started reading about it, and I became acquaintance with Muslims, and I started asking questions.
What did they really say? Things that it really interested you?
How they were so much into the religion,
Yeah.
you know, that they, a lot of the drama, they were like, because, God is asking us to do these things and we cannot go out of our way
Wow.
and, do other things. Even though we want to, we cannot defy, God's laws.
That's really interesting, because many of the Muslims that they try to hide their identity, and when you ask them why are you doing this, they don't tell you God. It's just because, and they start talking
No,
about
they actually did talk about that,
wow,
yeah.
subhanallah.
And they talk about the girls were supposed to wear scarves, and they show how they wore scarves when they went outside and how they didn't when they were inside. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. And also, I mean, the grandfather or the great uncle, how he had authority because he was one of the eldest in the family, and how he took care of the family and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And I just want to know if that was true or if it was just,
Right.
if it was fake just to go with the story.
Right.
So that's what got me into it.
Wow. And so this is how you studied it. Did anybody, like friends or anything like that, did you meet any of the Muslims or things like that?
Yes, after that, yeah. I started, I guess,
You come to the masjid?
getting every time I saw a Muslim, I wanted to talk to them to see what they could tell me. But unfortunately, is that a lot of them, they didn't want to give me a lot of information.
Right.
Because, they don't want to give you the wrong information. So that's a good thing. They were like, okay, you want to know, well, come. I'll take you to a place where you'll get the right answers.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's good because, you don't have a lot of people saying different things.
Right.
Like in other religions,
Yeah, and you see some kind of humility, because if you go to the Christians, they try to explain things from their mind. And it's just like,
exactly.
Wow. So you became convinced about Islam, you became a Muslim, and subhanallah, I was going to ask you, like, were you by yourself? Were you living with your parents, or were you married at that time? What was your social?
No, it was actually a single parent.
Okay.
It was just me and my daughter. I mean, my family's here, but I wasn't living with any of them. And
so it was easier for you than just living with. How was your parents' reaction about that?
They were not very shocked. I don't think they were, or she didn't show that she was. She was like, okay, well, whatever's gonna take you in the right path, something that obviously you're not gonna play with. You have to take it seriously, whatever it is. So
many of the of the rumors that we hear about new Muslims that women become Muslim because they love a man or because of a relationship. Did that apply to your life? Or?
No, because actually I met my husband after I became Muslim.
Oh, mashallah. So you're married now?
Mashallah. I'm married now, yeah.
Mashallah, that's good. And how is your life now? How do you think about the life that you pray 5 times a day and things like that? What do you think about that? And how was your reaction after you became Muslim?
Well, it was a transition. It was a transition. I mean, it was a 360,
Yeah.
you know. But it's good. I like it, you know, alhamdulillah.
Okay, so let's see. Now, after you became Muslim, you feel happier and things like that.
Oh yeah. I'm more at peace. You know, I don't have to worry about things that
Right.
I used to worry about. And I mean, just everything, you know, just came together. The thing that I was looking for, I found it. And I'm just.
Do you remember any short story happened to you that it really affected you to also become Muslim, or after Islam that it made you to believe and be more sure that Islam is the truth?
Yeah, every day. I mean, every day you see these people, you know, either praying to somebody else, you know, praying to statues, pictures, worshiping them, and you're like, oh, subhanallah, you know.
Yeah.
It makes you sad. And also, you know, when you see women in the street, what they wear is like, I mean.
What to say, right? Subhanallah.
Yeah.
Would you give a message to the world?
Well, I would say that before you start criticizing anybody, and that's anybody, not just Muslim, that you need to learn a little bit about, you know, where they're coming from, what they're about. You know, before you say anything, because a lot of times, you know, we just know what Mr. Bush, I'm sorry, or what anybody says, you know, we're like, yeah, that's what they are. But we don't really know. We just say that, you know, just because everybody's saying it and we don't want to be an outsider. Learn before you say anything. You know, talk to them. Yeah, talk to them first. And you'll find a totally different thing from what you've been hearing.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much for giving me the time. I would really appreciate it.
You're welcome.